Hey sexy souls, how are you all doing? All right, welcome to Weird Woo Woo. What are we doing? Well, let me just tell you, we're doing a reading for the remainder of the year. This is going to be group 4. And they really wanted me to do this, and I will get it done this weekend, all the groups. There's at least, I feel another one after this, so there's at least going to be 5. And it's really just to kind of get, because I feel like there's going to be a lot going on. And I'm probably going to use the rest of the year to get acclimated to the various collectives that we're going to use for by numbers. Like, we're going to use the numbers as indicators. So, yeah. Anywho's, so let's dig in. They haven't really given me anything up front, which is perfectly okay. I don't think they really did they, for any of them? Did any of y'all watch any of the other ones? I don't know. I hope that the titles of the readings are capturing who it needs to. We will also in January be doing some, we'll do the year ahead type of readings and stuff. So, and we might give it to the collectives that I'm going to, I am going to piecemeal the collectives out into, they're giving me like 13 numbers, or at least I know there's, I probably won't do all of those, but yeah. So anyways, you'll see as it comes out. It'll be a great way to kind of like connect. So, all right, guys, let's go. Okay, let's go. Where do we want to start? Oh, it's a disclaimer. They're like, disclaimer. All right, guys. So you're the sovereign being over your entire life, which means you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. I'm pulling the light closer in case y'all were wondering. And so, therefore, you don't Cinderella shit to make it fit here, okay? Fantabulous. Okay. We're starting with Sun Night Tarot. And then I'm seeing Golden Universal also. So let's just dig in and see what they've got. I really tried to do the weekend ahead, and it would each 3 attempts, and it would start going, and then there's disruptions, or like the message would just stop, and it's like, it felt very interrupted. And so I knew that they wanted me to kind of like stick with this, get this done, spend my time on the remainder of the year. So I said, okie dokie. But when you've had 3 failed attempts, where it's not going like it should, and then like I get disruption, all kinds of stuff, guys. I was like, okay, like sometimes you just need to come back another day so the energy is nice and cleared out. All right, let's get started. That was fast. Strength card. Hold on, they are... So they're singing the I'm friends with the monsters under my bed. You know, the Rihanna song. It's like this person has a tail that looks like it's got scales like a snake, but that's not a head. That's like the little poofy, furry part of at the end of like a lion's tail. Well, it looks like it's coming from the person. I know there's a lion right here, but it looks like the lion's back is going that direction, so I don't really know what this is all about. They're having me focus on the picture, because it feels like this is like they're friends. He is sticking his hand in the lion's mouth, but like this is just like we're pals, like we're really good friends. Okay, we'll see what that means. Friends with the monster that's under my bed. Okay. Let's see where this goes. It's like almost like I'm okay with what has been. what has come to pass, like the past. There is a new beginning that's already begun. We got the 10 of Wands, which leads us to, you go from the 10 to the 1. They're woven in a manner of, to look like the star, and the egg is already broken. Okay, so obviously we're going to be using some of the star card. We're using imagery right now. It'll play out. You just wait. It'll play out. I feel like it's time for me to just add the flowers up here. I knew they couldn't last forever down here, but you know, because they're getting... And there's 2 more. Here we go. We have the 7 of Wands and the 2 of... So, your decisions are really going to be based on you. Like this 7 of Wands is, I'm the important factor here. I'm standing in my power. I'm setting my boundaries. I'm living by it. It is my responsibility to exercise those boundaries. That's what a boundary is. It's not an expectation on other people. I'm feeling back in the saddle. I don't know why they just gave me that, in the saddle. So whoever this is a group where fears may have crippled you at some point, or played a huge factor in some type of a standstill or a standby. They're calling it a standby. And it's like, when you befriend that shit, all the things you dislike about maybe all the choices, decisions, all the things that you dislike that happened before, or even the things that you think would, I get this sense of like, things you would feel people would use against you, or like you'd be embarrassed that they found out. And this doesn't mean you did anything horrific. Like, you may just be embarrassed by your decisions, and like, you know, I just get that, embarrassed by decisions before, or things that have happened to you, or, you know, your path up to this point. And so it's kind of like, whatever it is, you're definitely standing in your power. You have a lot of self-love, self-respect. You know your truth. You're standing in integrity. That's how you make your decisions. Okay? And so it's kind of like, as soon as you befriended all that shit, it allows for, because you break the burden then, right? The burden, or that oppressive factor that is represented by the 10 of Wands. And so it's kind of like, if you're okay with it, what are people going to use against you? What are people going to say to make you feel little? What are people going to, you know, like if you really don't give a shit, if you've come to terms with your life up until now, that stuff can't be used against you in any capacity, right? And so you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. And so you're moving into the Ace of Wands. You go from the 10 to the Ace, right? So I want to say that, and the fact that the 10 of Wands, all that you have endured and that you have shouldered yourself, ends up being the protective factor, because they're woven into 2 different stars surrounding this this egg. So it's almost as if it's like, because you've befriended this shit, because you have garnered the strength to not let it get you down, because you are standing in your power and you know your worth, you have the confidence, you know how to exercise your boundaries. But it's like, I have love for the self. Like, people can't take that away from you unless you let them, right? Like, it has no more power. And they're giving me, no wonder they gave me, I'm friends with the monsters under my bed, because I think Eminem is on that one, right? And it's giving like 8 Mile. Okay, so if you don't know these references, it might not be for you, because they're bringing them up. It's giving 8 Mile, you know, where the fear of messing up, the fear of being exposed for a fraud, the fear of whatever it was, he would clamp up. And there was a lot that the opponent could target Eminem for, right? The movie's 8 Mile. Did I say that? That's what it's called. And in the final, when he really stands his ground, he kind of like he starts laying into himself, right? He exposes every embarrassing thing and he claims, and he's like, and he takes the wind out from his opponent's sails, right? The opponent is left stunned and without anything to fucking say, right? He can't come back with anything. And because I think the last line is like, so now tell me something I don't already know. It's giving, no one can hurt you better than you can hurt yourself. And once you've come back from that and you've made friends with all that shit, what are they going to fucking do? It won't penetrate you. Even if they do say shit. It rolls off your back like you've got Rain-X on you. And like, Rain-X, like, you'll know. And the drops just roll off. Like nothing penetrates you. I know my worth. I love myself. I have self-respect. And that's how I choose to make my decisions. And that's how you figure out what the truth is of any situation. What's right and what's not for you. Because these swords are pointing down. And usually when swords are pointing down, that can indicate a lack of clarity or a lack of truth. When they're upright, that's truth being known and said. And when there's two different opposing thoughts, and it's like, which is the truth? You know, sometimes it's somewhere in the middle. And I think you are the middle of that. You are the deciding factor. And you have to really know yourself and be friends with yourself and love yourself in order to be able to determine that. Okay, so let's get to the star. I mean, it's relentless. The song keeps repeating. And I'm like, okay. It was not in my head until I saw this. Okay, guys? It's like the lion that they would choose to attack you with is your friend. Can you imagine somebody thinking, oh, it's your time? And the lion, you have your arm around it like it's a pet. Like that would have somebody shaking in their boots. That would have somebody concerned, real concerned. When people think, like, I get this feeling that it's almost like because you own it, other people won't care about it, right? Like you own your past, you own your mistakes, you own your decisions, you own everything. And it's like, that is exactly the reason I am who I am today. And so if you like me today, well, then just know it took all of that to get me to this point. Because I feel somebody over here on the outskirts waiting for this lion to attack you. Almost as if it's like other people. Like somebody else to see your past or to see something about you and for them to use it. Like it's almost like somebody on the outside observing, waiting to watch this, and they don't. Because it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The lion that was meant to attack you didn't. It would be like, if I'm being really honest, the idea and notion of being online. You know, it's the easy low-hanging fruit, right? Being online and someone thinks that they're going to come in and be like, this, and this. And it's kind of like, yeah, everybody knows that about this person. And that's exactly the reason why we trust what this person says. And it's like, instead of you reaping wrath and being torn down, people standing by you, right? So I get both of those scenarios with it. Tell me about the star card. I feel like, okay. I wasn't feeling like you were being guided somewhere. I feel like this is being the star of your own universe. I guess using some type of influencer, online, whatever, again, it's low-hanging fruit, guys, right? This can be in any kind of scenario, in any kind of environment where it's like someone thinks, and you know, I feel like it's their perception of something, right? It's their perception of whether or not, because I'm getting like somebody who has been married 3 times, you know what I mean? And like how people would be like, yeah, well, if you could, you know, and it's like people would try to make that like it's this, you know, and it's like, oh, so you mean and rather than trying to stay in a loveless marriage, one where we throw insults or we get so angry or we're just roommates, I honor the other individual and I leave. Or if we're in an unhealthy situation or relationship, that I loved myself to leave. Like somehow it's something, like, because you know, there are times, honestly, it's like I think they just believe whatever it is makes you undeserving or undesirable for any kind of attention, because this feels like attention, right? In whatever field we're talking about, in whatever environment we're talking about. So tell me about the Star card. Let's get a little more Emperor. And the Devil. And the 6 of Pentacles. Undeserving of something. Undeserving of something. They think that somehow this Devil, this like, one, they think that, I feel like that they think you should be chained by your past, right? Because that's really what it is here. The idea of the Devil card is one where it's loose chains that you can free yourself from. It doesn't require somebody else to free you. And so they're hoping that somehow stands in the way, stands between you and receiving something. Receiving some type of acknowledgement, recognition, attention, right? They think you are undeserving of this attention. This could even be in a relationship. Oh, she's got 3 kids by 2 different men, and she's been married twice, divorced twice, and you know, she's not worthy of so-and-so's, you know. And it's kind of like, one, I feel like there's this 2-sided coin. Like they feel like you should feel shame enough that you know your place. It's almost like you need to know your place kind of a situation, right? Where it's like they're hoping that holds you back. But also, they want you to be afraid. And the thing I'm getting is like Spirit does not give me the energy like this person has done something so grandiose, awful. You know, I mean, this isn't like some pedo, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't like that. It's like, they're like, it's a matter of, it was only undesirable if you had deemed it, right? And it only continues to be undesirable if you deem it. And so it's one of those things where Spirit's like, it would never be enough for Spirit to be like, this person's not worthy. Not that I would ever think that, you know, or that this person's it baffles Spirit that you would ever or have ever let something like whatever it is that bothers you or has people have used against you. Spirit's like, why would that stop you from shit? Like, 1, why is it bothering you? And 2, why would you give a shit what other people think about that? Like, it really feels like that. Like there is no, it's kind of like, it's comical when people somehow want to use this thing. So, or things, I don't know what it is. And so it's kind of like the Emperor having what it is, because the 6 of Pentacles is the idea of the help, the aid, the resource, the love, the attention, but it's something very tangible. It's something that shows up within your reality, right? It's not just mere, I feel like saying this attention garners you this. And so it's almost as if it's like you don't deserve, you know. Eight of Pentacles. And Spirit really just doesn't give a shit about focusing on whatever it is that other people think makes you undeserving or undesirable, or you shouldn't get something, you know, or whatever you have felt that way about. Like, they're like, they don't even want to discuss what it was. It's like, it doesn't matter. But this attention gives you the leverage to move forward, to make progress, to build, to expand, to... This is going from the 6 to the 8. It's like you're on your way to the 10 of Pentacles. But this is forward movement, right? 7 of Pentacles is kind of like, that's where the standstill is. So if something's coming, something comes to help and assist you to continue to move forward. Now I'm curious, because I wanted to call you the Emperor, but they're like, this very well may be an external. We now have the Empress and the Tower. For some, this very well may be like a partner. Business or love, but definitely potentially love. I feel like it would rattle some people. Like, this is fated. The Tower is always a fated event. This is something that Spirit is in control of. But these two are equally yoked, right? These two are individuals that are on the same level, within the same frequency. They're a really good match. Some people may not like that. Some people will not like that. Do you know about so-and-so's? Are you kidding me? That's who you choose? Whatever you have been through that felt exceptionally burdensome is definitely the needed to be able to bring about this new beginning, because you need to become friends with the monsters under your bed. This very well may be, because the 6 of Pentacles always represents the thing that you're missing that you need, because it's from the 5 to the 6, to give you that movement forward. And I feel as if it's like people kept hoping the fear that you have, that you hold, that you did hold, would be the thing to stop. Because I feel like that would come between you getting what you need to meet this Emperor to stop you from leveling up, because from the 5 to the 6. And then, of course, like we had this. And here's the thing. You are the one. You're the Empress. I knew it. She's got that broken egg right here. Like, it's already begun. You are sent. That's exactly what I'm saying. From the 6 to the 8. You're ascending. You're leveling up. You're improving. You're going that direction. You're going to get the attention of somebody. Or somebodies. And some people believe that you don't deserve that attention. And you frankly don't give a shit. Because you believe that you do. So the thing is, before, when you were focusing on the lack, like you were focusing on things that were not true. And that's why that egg just kept hovering there. Like it was like an idea, a carrot, a promise, but it never cracked open because you had to achieve the 7 of Wands. You had to stand back on your own 2 feet. You had to stand in your power, set your boundaries, and be like, I don't give a shit what you all think. These are the things that I love about myself, and fuck you. That's what it feels like. Even to the voice in your own head. And the thing is, when you conquer the voice in your head, there is not anybody else that can be louder, more impactful, or have more influence on you. I'm telling you, it takes more strength and self-love to overcome that. No one can hurt you the way that you can hurt you. Promise you that. And so the star is the attention from this individual. And they were really hoping. And see, the egg is kind of like red and the egg is hovering above. It was like, this is what was stopping. And your heart is on this. The fact that there's 2 individuals and they're chained up and this person can't see, but this person can. Remember, they're coming out from underneath the mask. And it's kind of like, on the book is a heart. Like, let's go ahead and like, that's a heart. That's usually in the bird cage. And so it's kind of like, I do feel like I'm not going to eliminate the idea that this couldn't be like business partners or like creative partners, but I'm telling you, this really feels like love. The apple. Because I just keep feeling like, you know, they're showing me, what is Snow White, right? And I fucking get it. Like Snow White, before she was able to meet the prince, you know, so that like she was given the apple, right? And she went to sleep. Right? Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, da da da. And so it's like they're showing me this is whatever this is, even if it's not like a leg up or a like whatever, it was the thing that would bridge the gap for you to be able, it's what you needed. It's whatever you needed to be able to. So they tried to feed you, they tried to give you something so that it would stop you from meeting your prince, your emperor. They didn't want you to move forward and progress. So it's almost as if it's like, I feel like at one point you came close to meeting this individual. Like your life began to improve. And somewhere you all been stuck at that 7 of Pentacles. Because they were like, you were on standby. You were in a standstill. And that's 7 of Pentacles. Like seeds are planted. Things are moving along. And nothing. They're showing me like the heart monitor goes, me. It's flatlined somewhere. The heart flatlined. And so it's like, it stopped. That the goal was to keep you in limbo. Or to not let you move forward. But I feel like an elevation in attention, or you had to get on somebody's radar. Somebody had to see you. Because this has been fated. It's like, I feel as though whatever this fear was, I can't help but feel as if, other thoughts and ideas got into your head, and then an insecurity was planted within you, and somehow that was like about who you are, your past or whatever, and it's like you've overcome that. And anybody who feels as if that is a reason to not value you, I hand to God, you don't fucking give a shit about them. They become inconsequential to you. This new beginning and you being at the Empress level has always been fated. So tell me more about this attention then. So something is coming in to bring in the progress. But right now, neither one sees this. They're not on each other's radars. Is there a tower moment, or is you're in the midst, whoever I'm reading for is the Empress, you're in the midst of a new beginning. And I think that you are aware and witnessing something, some fated events. Like you can see it unfolding. Okay, that was 5 of Pentacles. We're about to switch to a different deck, they said. Let's... Wow, 5, 5. You felt like you couldn't move forward because of the thing that you lacked. This void, this... and it had you not moving forward on this path because you thought, look at this shit. Oh my God. 9 of... This is the purge, this is the cleanse, because this tower is not crumbling down. Like lightning and everything, it's purging it. You see all this coming out of it. That was your new beginning. Like she's witnessing and watching something being cleared and cleansed out. And I think it's this, the unworthiness, the sense of lack that you had, the difficulty, and it's the path that you thought was going to bite you. Like there's this idea of this path that you feel like it's going to fuck me up. It's going to bite me in the ass. 9 of Wands is, you knew you didn't have a clear path ahead of you. You felt confused. You felt conflicted. You were fighting yourself on it. And you ended up putting a very protective wall. Like decisions and maneuvering and everything had everything to do with just trying to protect yourself and survive. What you may have felt was like the worst. But the Ten of Swords always indicates that this is like the worst of it. It's up from here. Again, we go from the 10 to the Ace of Swords. All right, let's pull in something else because I feel like we have been focusing on, and so you're about to get some attention. I want to say that this new beginning that has already is protected. And in part, it's protected because, like, you bore the biggest burden you could have, and you overcame it. You became friends with the monsters under your bed. You've released yourself from the shackles. I want to know more about the Tower, because this doesn't feel quite like this is fully answering the Tower, because there was a purge, but this faded, because it wasn't you. It wasn't you at the foundation that because, you know, they didn't need to tear you down. They needed to purge you. You had to purge of something. This Tower is very sturdy and it will be used for something. Okay. We've got Starman Tarot. Tell me more about this Tower. I feel like this was, like, you had this very self-defeatist, it'll never get better from here. This is the worst case scenario. It wasn't, you were letting it stop you. You saw all that you didn't have, and you saw yourself in more of a deficit than anything, and you wanted, you put up walls. That's where that's why you were in the 7 of Pentacles energy, the standstill. this perceived failure. Because this wall, like, you really felt like the worst of it could have happened. And that anything that was in front of you was not good. Like, you would set yourself up for persecution and failure. So that had to be purged. You were a part of, it was your inner child. It was trying to protect your inner child. Eight of Swords, self-imposed limitations. Emperor. You were holding back from a new love. From something that your heart could connect to. Which was always a part of the plan. Which was always a part of your destiny. Right? Because it's on the book that's open. And it's almost as if it's like, yeah. You were trying to keep yourself from this. Because we have that you were holding back from meeting this Emperor. So now I want to know. Like, let's pull it out. Let's pull the Emperor and the Empress. What's this got to do with the remainder of the year? Because as of right now, they don't see one another. They're not looking at each other. But her heart is out of the cage, and her beginning has already begun. Her beginning has already begun. Ace of Pentacles, a new path is revealing itself to you. The path that brings the two of you together begins to reveal itself. Again, the same book, and the Devil card is down here, and it's almost as if it's coming to the surface. Something is growing from this. Like a seed pod, the egg is broken, and from it something blooms and blossoms in your reality. The path begins to show itself. And I want to say, I feel as if your intuition is even more for yourself coming online. Like your own compass is coming online. Like spirit can now speak to you and show you. So the path is, you are leaving your past self. This persecuted, all the swords are coming to this side. You are now, that Phoenix energy with this Ten of Swords, it is now, you are now elevating. So we were talking about that. The idea of the Ten of Swords is there's nowhere but up, and you begin to elevate. That's what they were trying to stop you from doing, moving forward, progressing, elevating, becoming, being seen. Something, someone. And now that you no longer identify with this aspect of yourself because you've become friends with the monsters under your bed, you begin to take action. Inspired action. You are no longer torn. Now, as opposed to these Two of Swords, which were facing down, where you were contemplating things that were not true, which kept you from your new beginning. This is the idea of you're embracing both. Like you're embracing it all. Nine of Pentacles. Something that you would not, like you had to have this self-love, self-respect, you had to be in your power for in order to be able to start. you're now starting. It's like the lies no longer hinder you. Swords are upright. And the mask or the shell of who you were is dispersing. You're coming out of that. Give me a minute. I want to know about this Three of Cups. It hasn't shouted at me yet. Tell me about the Three of Cups. The path is going to be showing to you. I do feel like this is, it's revealing to you. And I want to say there are connections to be had. Tell me about the Three of Cups. I'm sure that will help to. Page of Swords. Three of Cups, please. Well, you definitely come to know. You come to know how to identify the devil. You definitely come to see the truth. Path being revealed to you. How does that tie into the Three of Cups? I want to say celebration, but it doesn't, it's not that. It's not the celebration. I guess it's what leads to this. You now, things are revealing itself and you now no longer identify. I don't know how that's the Three of Cups, but you no longer identify with that other aspect. The Ten of Swords, where I would be persecuted. Because Page of Swords is about communication and information. And I mean, the devil is also about indulgence. Oh. New path becomes very aware. A new path is being shown to you and you're willing to indulge in it. You're willing to embark on that. Okay. Okay. I feel like putting this up right now. I know that has the Nine of Pentacles, but I want to focus on this. I think that they're trying to describe something to me. So hold on. Give me further information on the Emperor and Empress. How does that pertain to the remainder of the year? The Sun. It is so clear. There will be victory, success. All is visible and seen. So I guess that's where the celebration comes in, is the idea of this will be successful. Four of Pentacles. Like the path before you that is revealed is very secure. We have the Four of Pentacles. Spirit handing your heart back to you. This new start. Moving into this new, you're moving forward. You're moving along, you're ascending. I get the indication of very rapid, like once you step onto, like your intuition, your knowing is in alignment with what you're seeing. It's presenting itself. You're allowing yourself to indulge. You see things utterly clearly. You feel the success. You feel the joy from it. You feel secure. Spirit along this path will hand you, like this hand is bringing you your heart. I want to say it wakens you back up. The Sacred Clown. You choose to risk it. You go from apathy to a willingness, throwing caution to the wind, knowing that it's worth it, despite before thinking it wouldn't be worth it because I'll be persecuted, I'll be whatever. And therefore you have this forward movement. And the cheetah indicates it's going to be much swifter than you anticipate. 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Coming back home to the self. From guarded and protected and fearful to joyous and content, happy, wish fulfillment. Which is union. Can I just say, like, the remainder of the year, the path that starts to unfold for whoever this is, one, it's already started, but what you're going to do is witness. Like, I feel like the path opens up because you don't fucking care anymore. You don't care what others will say as you walk this path. No one can make you feel lesser than. You no longer feel lesser than. You don't even talk to yourself that way. You have overcome your own monsters. Nobody else can stop this. Nobody can stop this. And no fear of being visible with this, because this very well could be somebody that would bring a lot of attention to you, either because of their position or who they are. This could even be somebody who is, like, say, from a different background or culture than you, and therefore the type of attention you would get from the people that your old community and your family. Like, this could be, you are no longer afraid of that. Okay, one more. I know y'all want me to pull out the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and I feel as if we will. I'll put it as 18 and over. Because the Hierophant is that coming together. Something forming in your reality and the union happening. Like, this becomes a reality. These two come together. I just feel as the path appears and as you walk it, you feel it, and it fills you with joy. Six of Cups. Like, this is the return to possibility. This is the return to optimism about this. This is a looking at union fondly and maybe feeling as if what was fated for or destined for you, that's in this scroll with the red string of fate wrapped around it, had somehow slipped past, and it becomes more of a reality again. Knight of Cups. They just said, if you build it, they will come. And they were referencing the water, the emotion. Like, you becoming, like, you become this welcoming, warm spring of emotion that is like, there's something about when you step into this, that's when you become visible to them. You're becoming visible to them. The path is becoming visible to you. You have the strength, wherewithal, and determination and love and power to walk this path. You will enjoy the journey. You will have success on this journey. You will have wish fulfillment on this journey. because he's going to wade in. He will see you. See this, like he will have, I say he because it's an emperor, but again, gender doesn't fucking matter. I hope that if you're watching tarot, you fucking understand it at this point. It's all about the energies. You are in a state of allowance and openness and willingness, and your heart is free now, and love is going to come and present itself to you. That Five of Pentacles, what was once lost to you, that you lacked. Yeah, I'm friends with the monsters under my bed. There's that Strength card. Seven of Wands. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I won't take anything less than that. There's something very Queen of Wands when you are like this, that just, you emanate this. It's sexy. You will garner attention. I'm telling you. Page of Swords. You will become visible. You will be seen. You will be admired. The fact that this is a picture, this is the Queen of Swords, and it's almost like the idea, the notion of a partner, of someone you were very guarded against and protective against, and you cleared that out of your being. Why is the Queen of Swords between the Seven of Wands? You were unwilling to budge. You were conflicted and confused. Look at how she's just like meh to the attention. Again, I think that the Queen of Swords also stood in between. You standing in your power, knowing what you deserve, exercising that, and like this self-love, self-respect type of thing. You might have at one point interpreted it to be the Queen of Swords, to have that sword drawn at all times. You may have been closed off, but you're willing to be seen now. I understand that. But now tell me exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, you are open to this, the potentiality. You see it more fondly. Love can now present to you because you are in your emotions, in your feels, willing to be seen, inviting it in. You are warm. The fears of the past no longer plague you. You know your worth, and it exudes from you, and you will get attention for it. Let's move this out of the way. I don't see how that even plays into right now. Tell me the more tangible events that they can expect over the next little bit. Woo-wee! Look at that. Chemistry, passion. I think that your sacral will come back online. I get like life force pumping through you. There is passion. There is chemistry. There is I want to say it, but I'm not really sure. You're going to meet somebody that there's just an immediate something there. There's something very sexy about you when you are in your Seven of Wands energy. And so we have a desire. Look at this. We have the Page of Cups, a new beginning, a new love, a new romance, Thank you. And I love this a Knight of Swords. This is exceptionally changing. Yeah, you're going to indulge in that. Oh, Lord have mercy. That might be a little bit much for the tube. This is indulgence. I think that you're going to let yourself indulge in the attention, in the chemistry, in romance, in flirting. You will encounter somebody, and I feel like you come out of your shell a bit, and so just in general with the people that you meet, that might be the reason why we have the Three of Cups. Makes more sense. Like, you're gonna come out of your shell and you're gonna interact with people and you're gonna have fun and be playful and flirtatious, and you know, it's just one of those things where like you're enjoying yourself and you get the attention of somebody. This is, I'm gonna say it, there's definitely sexual chemistry. I think that you come on, like your sexual prowess comes on. I don't know how else to say it. Like your sacral comes back online. Like you exude this sexual energy. It's palpable. It's, again, I cannot believe the Queen of Wands has not come out. I feel like I need to, like, that's just very bold right there. I'm just going to say of this down. Oh, the King of, I'm telling you, you're in the Queen of Wands energy, because the King of Wands, ooh, finds you. He has BDE, and of course we put that right there with the, he has BDE. He's the Emperor, and the like, he only eyes for you. The fact that the King of Wands is a very focused and sees that which he desires and goes after it with fervor, and it's like, it's undeniable. Like, you're gonna encounter a person, like you're going to begin flirting and having fun, and you're charismatic, and like you're gonna garner attention, and there's gonna be somebody very specific that picks up on it. You had to come out of that shell. This beginning had to start so that you could get somebody's attention. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Because you were aloof before, let me just tell you, and conflicted, and look at that shit. Move slower than a fucking turtle. That's not you now. That is not you. Whoop! There's the Hierophant again. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the reason why I saw the cheetah was because it does move fast. Like, from feeling pretty playful and energetic and flirty, and like you're charismatic, and the energy is palpable. You're open now. You're not the Queen of Swords. You're open, and you have a brighter outlook and prospect on the idea of finding who you're fated to meet, finding the Emperor. And can I just say, like, whoo, In fact, the idea of like the page of you may make somebody speechless. Like they make you trip over words a little bit. Again, we have the black cat back here. Protection. That's bringing up Bast for me, for real. And I love how nobody else gets to say shit. No one fucking cares. See these other people? They're like, no, 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 come over here. Come to these frogs. Let me show you. Come to these frogs. Kiss the frogs. Not that one. They don't want, some people don't want this coming. Like, people are going to have judgments. You don't give a shit. You're going to enjoy it. Look at her. She is not, she's like, That's enjoying. That is, wow. Wow. You're going to get attention and you're not going to hide from it. You are getting the Emperor's attention. I really do feel like whether or not this blossoms now, you're on track right now for this to come through. For this to happen. Because this is like, it's like an animalistic attraction, but it's more than that. This is not something where it's like purely physical. It is not. We've got the Emperor, we've got the Empress, we have kings and queens, you know, coming out to represent. This is not, and the Hierophant showing this. There's the idea that like you may not have let yourself until you came to terms with the monsters under your bed. You may not have let this happen, but this is surrender right here. He's got a whip, got her by her, and she's like, yes, please. Okay. It's going to bring about a major change. It's a major change from where you've been. And this also shows, like, I mean, the amount of safety you feel. Like, I know the devil tried to make you feel a certain way before. But it's this safety of, like, two individuals being authentically and bearing it all. Like, this is just, it's beautiful. Anything else you want to say before we shut this off? Because, like, I feel like you are on track for this. And I think the idea of you getting out, like the Three of Cups, is a lot of socializing, getting out more and being seen and garnering the attention. Ooh, ooh. You may not have made the decision before, but like the Two of Swords with the swords pointing up now, you sure will. Look at this, Two of Swords again. You will receive offers. You will receive a offer. Somebody will make the extension to you. And you hold the deciding, you hold the deciding factor. You get to choose. Because this person is, they will be focused on you. They may not see you right now, but they sure as hell fucking will soon. I feel like, hell yeah. This is absolutely manifesting. It is. At least the fucking encounter. The encounter. Like, being on the radar of this individual. That's happening before the end of the year. Look at her. Look at the rabbit. He can't help himself. He's drawn to you. The Emperor's drawn to you. But you hold the deciding factor. Give me a little bit more on that Magician energy. The Tower. Two of Pentacles. This is fated. He's coming. You don't see it. Coming up behind you. This person will pursue you. Look at how in every picture, this individual just adores you. And when you were in your Queen of Swords, this would have been you. Like this one was like, and you're like aloof a bit. Because you had too much chaos and too much confusion within yourself. You weren't even certain you'd want something like this. You are in a different place now. And you are about to get their attention. Wish it. They'll be the one to express it to you. You're on the sword that's pointed down. You're not the one that's going to extend or say something. They're going to speak to you. They're going to express to you. At first, it may not sound it may not sound very romantic. It may not be very emotional. They might have difficulty with that at first, but they will approach you. The Tower. It's fated. You are going to become visible to them, and they will come to you. Wow. Fucking Emperor. See? There's that devil, that thing that kept you chained. And see how she's focusing on that versus him? That's where you were. That is where you were. Why did you bring out the Eight of Swords? That's how you used to be. That was... Look at how much this person wants you, and you're afraid from all these things from the past. Your decisions, how your life has unfolded, all these factors. And it's like, that's what you focused on when... This person wouldn't be focusing on that. They would be focusing on you, but it held you back. What are you going to do when they... Oh, man. Something about this attention may make you feel... These might try to go knock, 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 right? The monsters under your bed might try to come through. Somebody really likes coffee. I like you if you like coffee. In every fucking one, their undying attention is on you. They're pursuing you. They're coming through. They're extending this romantic offer. They're extending something to you. Look at this. We have 888. Woo! In a freaking row. This emperor has been look at him sitting on his throne, been fucking waiting, and you've been focused on other things. She doesn't have a very open demeanor or gait, or like her body. She's not holding her body in a very open manner. He is. You have moved away. There's the Three of Chalices. This is you before. You may have been focused on other things. She's not even paying attention to him. You were in such an energy before, but you're about to indulge. This emperor has been waiting for this. There we are. I feel like that was some healing that had to happen. You had to clear things out. There's the sage bundle thingy. He's just going to see you in such a way, and you had to change how you saw yourself. There was some healing that needed to happen. because the green string really makes me think of heart healing and mending that, and what you thought was like you had to, the idea that this wasn't for you. That apple, that fucking apple. Somebody gave you the apple. Remember on the other one, where the fuck is it? Where is it at? They gave you the apple on that Six of Pentacles. Hold on. Where the hell you at? Where you at, fucker? This apple. Remember Snow White puts you to sleep? It's to keep, that apple was to keep you from Prince Charming. You healed that fucking apple. And now shit is happening. Oh my God, I told you we were the Queen of Wands. That is the way to end this fucking reading. Queen of Wands, bitch. You're pulling it in. You're in your power. You sexy as shit. Oh my gosh, the next 6 weeks are going to be yummy, tasty, really, really good. Fuck the motherfucker or whatever else tried to put that apple in and put you to sleep so that you wouldn't have this fucking union. Fuck them. Yeah. I don't know who thought by amplifying your insecurities and putting you down, and this could, I feel like there's even like scenarios where nobody really directly said anything to you, but something was planted that churned. Maybe it was a past lover. Maybe it was a past experience. Maybe other people wanted to sow seeds of doubt. People are not going to like this. I'm already going to tell you. And it's stupid. It's so stupid, right? It's not just like, oh, I'm dating a famous person and oh, people just can't stand. Like, it's not like that. I mean, it could be. Shit, if I fucking know. But I'm just saying, this is like, are you, like, people just won't, because people are miserable. Ugh. You will have people that don't think that you deserve to be with this person. Who, and I promise you, you don't fucking care. Because this bitch, she is on her throne. She don't give a shit what other people think. She is the match for this motherfucker over here. Come on, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Him. You are the perfect match. And it'll eat people in the ass that you are the match. You're the right one. You're the one that they want. It's perfect. And you are the match because of what you overcome despite your motherfucking past. That is what, that shit is in alignment, and it's happening quickly, and it will be victorious. Ooh, they thought that apple, but you put that bitch back together. And you chose a different one. Look at that. They thought they were going to put you to sleep. He's coming for you. Oh, I am in love with this. You just had to see yourself differently. I'm loving it. Told you you were the Queen of Wands. Told you. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so that is a very nice remainder of the year. And I want some deets. I want some stories. Y'all better freaking tell me, okay? All right, y'all have a fantastic and wonderful day. I'll see you again later this week.